Hey guys, we're back with some more Vampire The Masquerade Coteries of New York. We gotta pick up right where we left off. On night 7. Where we had done a deal with the Nosferatu, and we had gone further on to Angela's case. And now, you just gotta choose between Somebody's Watching Me and Dead End Blues. Let's do this one. Recently you're feeling as if somebody keeps tailing you. Time to confirm your suspicions. Someone is following you around. Has been for a few nights, maybe longer. That can't be a good thing. The only question is, what to do about it? Ooh, I could tell Sophie or provoke the stalker to appear. Let's provoke. You venture out to the street with the goal of letting your stalker know you're aware of being followed. It's time to stop this ridiculous charade. It's raining outside, and as you step onto the street in front of your haven, you wonder whether that'll help you. Will you be able to see the footprints of your stalker in puddles on the ground? Not sure where to start. You slip a few bills to a homeless man and chat up the guy who runs the local bodega. Both of them talk your ear off about strange characters hanging around, but none of their stories seem right to you. Walking the streets, you're convinced by turns that everyone you see is an enemy agent out to get you, and that your stalkers decide to take the night off. Frustrated after a couple hours of useless searching, you cross the road without looking where you're going. A courier on a motorbike zooms towards you and has no time to brake or swerve as you suddenly step in front of him. For a split second, your eyes meet those of the man on the bike, and you both know you'll collide. You'll get hurt. Something hits you, pushing you forward. You tumble, flying to the sidewalk as the courier zooms past. You feel a weight on your back, catch a glimpse of something, a person, female, you think, and then she disappears. You could spend a couple more hours trying to find the woman who's been stalking you, but in your shriveled, undead heart, you know it to be futile. She's gone. Interesting. Oh, and I have to rest after that? Dang it. A nosy reporter. Faith and myth. It's interesting, too, that you can choose any of these kinds of stories each night. Sleazy reporter from Gossip Magazine, sniffing around Sophie's haven. She could use your help with the problem. Wants to meet you again at the cathedral. Wonder if that mysterious priest will be there. Let's help Sophie. Streetlights filter into the apartment in a stark white glow, as if someone were shooting a movie outside. The art pieces display a tasteful expense entirely fitting the image you have of Sophie. It feels as if 1,000 sins have been committed on these premises, most of them under her benevolent hospitality. Sophie comes to greet you as you enter the living room, shaking her head. You understand that people judge me based on how you dress, don't you? Sophie looks at your clothes as if resigned to your sartorial limitations. I've tried to dress inconspicuously because of the masquerade. That's very sensible of you. I suppose I should commend you for that. Sophie walks to the window and looks out, the streetlights playing on her features. She reminds you of a queen contemplating the unfortunate limitations of her subjects. You'd think that as a vampire, at least you wouldn't have to worry about the vultures of the press. Unfortunately, when you have power and ability, there are always parasites trying to feed on you. Is there a reporter after you? Yes, a terribly persistent creature. Sophie steps away from the window and settles down on a sofa, a wine glass with red liquid in it, blood, treated as not to spoil. You become good at noticing the scent, even from a distance. She doesn't offer you any as you cautiously sit down across from her. This awful man has been stalking my apartment with a camera. He's gone through my trash, talked to the neighbors. Please be a dear and explain to him that there's nothing for him here. Is this about the masquerade? That's a big deal for us, right? Indeed, you're learning. This must happen often. How do you usually deal with it? Everyone has their own way. Sometimes the problem goes away with a bit of money or sharp words. Other times you need something more. Oh, something more. Do you know anything about this reporter? Man, woman, young, old, anything like that? All gossip reporters look the same to me. Time for you to go. I have business to attend to. You leave the apartment as Sophie disappears into another room. You don't have a clear idea of the games she plays with the city's mortal and immortal power structures, but she always seems to be making a move. Outside on the street, there's a slight warm drizzle. The kind that gets under your clothes and makes you want to take a shower when you get back to your own haven. No reporters immediately jump out to you. Let's investigate. You start with the basics of investigative work. You ask the proprietor of the bodega around the corner, the homeless man sleeping in a nearby doorway, and the doorman of another building, whether they've seen anyone strange. Detective work procedures produces results. You get the description of a man who sounds like a reporter. Older, overweight, pasty, and in bad physical condition. Professional camera. Once you know what you're looking for, it's not difficult. You spot a man who matches the description and follow him. You enter an alley, a dark, dingy space between two tall buildings. Once upon a time, a place like this might have worried you, made you think of muggings and violence. Now it's clear that the most dangerous thing here is you. The man you are following seems to realize this too. He holds his camera in front of him like a shield, his heavy objective resting on his pouch. With a start, you recognize him. You remember the face, the shaded sunglasses from a picture next to a byline, some trash paper you were reading to kill time. Something about celebrities, scandal, sex. His name is Frank Daughtry. You saw him on the street one time with a camera outside a nightclub, probably waiting for someone important to come out so he could take their picture. Hey, don't go around scaring people like that. You're Frank Daughtry. I recognize you from that thing. You're a fake reporter, right? I'm a real reporter, damn it. What are you reporting on? I'm not sure you can help me. Well, perhaps you can. Do you live here? I'm working on a story about a local resident. Her name is Sophie Langley. Everybody knows her in her high society circles. She's a redhead, pretty as a picture. And there were a lot of pictures of her through the years. That's the thing, in fact. Look at this. Frank pulls out his phone and starts showing you pictures. Some have been downloaded from news sites, while others are photos from the society pages of newspapers from past decades. All show Sophie. She has different clothes, hairstyles, makeup, names, but the face remains the same. They're all hot. Other than that, I'm not sure. Come on, look at the face. It's always the same. So why does this matter? Maybe it doesn't, but people are always interested in staying young. 3 words, extreme plastic surgery. All the celebrities do it, only her doctor's better than the rest. You look critically at the photos on Frank's phone. So you think she's like 70 and plastic surgery makes her look 30? I mean, Frank, buddy, no surgeon is that good. Frank looks deflated. He's probably already arrived at the same conclusion. Despite his greasy appearance, he's a reporter after all. So how would you explain it? Have you considered the possibility that those pictures are a hoax? Sure, anything could be a hoax, but I dug up those old papers from the archives myself. I got to have something usable. He's gonna keep pushing, so either threaten or intimidate. Frank, I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to give you something you can work with. Take it. Frank is clearly taken aback by the change in your tone, but he's a gossip reporter. He's used to people trying to push him. Look, I'm a reporter. You can bluster, but you can't hide the truth. tell you one more thing about Sophie. She's good at suing people. Do you think you can afford a lawsuit? This job is all I have. Don't do this to me. It's your choice. I'm not your enemy. It's a system there won't be any trouble. Frank is taken aback at the brutality of your tone. He's been intimidated many times before, but he also knows that sometimes the threats are real. This time he senses you're not kidding. He's just an aging man trying to salvage a career. You win. I hope you and Sophie Langley have a happy life. Deflated and hunched over, Frank trudges away from the alley. You stare at his receding figure. It's hard not to feel sorry for him. In Sophie Langley, he took on something way too powerful for a small fish like himself.